going to look at this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that upset, and that's well within their boundaries to be upset every time I say that Trump is going to do more to destroy America, the population in America, than any other president in all of history. I know that you're upset about that, but it happens to be the truth. And I'm about ready to prove that to you in about 10 different articles that I'm going to post the links to in the description box, and some Wikipedia links that I'm going to be posting. I'm going to prove to you that Trump is just nothing more and nothing less than the new face of the New World Order. Now, you can believe what you want. So the first article that I want to refer you to is that because of Trump's failure to persuade so-called Democrats on the CARES bill back in, I think it was March of 2020, what happened was the CARES Act was supposed to be for the American people to get a stimulus check. That's what it was supposed to be for. But the Democrats and the Republicans that now want Trump out of office, they decided to give $5 trillion to the 1,000 biggest corporations and wealthiest people, not only in America, but what you might call the world and what I call the flat earth. So you should understand something right from the get-go. You are being played by Trump, Pelosi, Sidney Powell, and more than anybody. You should also understand that Giuliani, who covered up 9/11 and was probably part and parcel of the cover-up for years before it actually happened. Trump has now hired Giuliani and Sidney Powell as his attorneys. Well, Sidney Powell indirectly, not directly, as his attorneys to get him out of the mess that he put himself in to destroy. And this is intentional, in my opinion. He destroyed honest voting elections. And he knew this was going to happen years ago. And I'm going to go through about 7 promises that Trump made, and he never kept them. I don't care what you think. There's no proof that he's kept any of the promises that I'm going to go through. And one of them is that now, every day, there's, if you were to search the internet, what is there, 500, 1,000, 1,500 articles about election fraud that people jump from one place to another, back and forth, up and down. Yesterday, you said every day, every news network, every 45 minutes, sometimes every 30 minutes, for each different broadcaster on each news network says a different thing. New evidence, new evidence, new evidence, new evidence. It's all put into the ether of the internet to destroy your ability to focus. Had Trump wanted, had he intended, had he ever intended to stop voter fraud, which was one of his promises during his campaign last time in 2015 and after he won the election in 2016, had he ever intended to fix the voter fraud, well, he had 4 years to do it. And then 3 weeks before this election, he said, well, we know there's going to be voter fraud. He knows because he's part and parcel of what is called the New World Order. The globalists, the elite, the too big to fails. Trump is one of them. He's not ever going to drain the swamp. Instead, he's feeding the swamp. John, oh my God, John escaped. John escaped just let me know at 3 o'clock this morning. We had a nice conversation. John Escape has a water distiller that he's going to send me from America. And oh my God, we have Mr. Milwaukee, Jack Thompson himself, who's going to put his name on the side of my new cement mixer. I'm going to put his name right over the rear wheel well on the opposite side of the chute so the cement doesn't go on his name. $100. It's going to say Jack Thompson donated $100 towards Michael Fazio's new auto grab bucket cement mixer. He doesn't know that yet, but you know, when he signs up for his name on the side of the machine, because Jack Thompson is my friend and such a successful contractor, his minimal fee for his name is $100, and that's cheap. I'm letting Jack go off easy on this because the way I'm going to do this, and this is serious now. I'm going to buy this new cement mixer. I intend on purchasing the cement mixer. I'm going to give you the link in a minute. I'll give it to you now. I plan on purchasing this cement mixer. Now, the cement mixer itself is $23,000, which is not so expensive considering that one man can actually make 2 cubic meters of cement in about 15 minutes by himself, and then move the material out of the trough or mortar tub to a height and drop it down onto a 12-foot high deck. Of course, it would be just the edge of the deck, but that's my intention. And now, why isn't this going? Hold on a second. All right, let's copy it again. I gotta wait because YouTube is slowing me down. I gotta tell you, YouTube is slowing me down. So I have the link and the name of the cement mix. I'm gonna post it 3 times. I'm going back. Dude, I don't know who you are, Real Flame. And you're not a member of my Patreon community. And you're not anybody I know. I'll say hello, but I'm going to, if I start reading everybody's comments that says, hey, bro. And I got to tell you another thing. A guy who wanted to give me $100 2 months ago. We're going to go back to the cement. The link is up there. He wanted to give me $100 to sing with another woman on YouTube. I wasn't so crazy about the idea, but either way, I know he meant well. So what I did was he sent me his email address and his phone number, and I got in touch with him. And we tried to hook that up between me and the girl singing. She never responded. He left a derogatory. He wasn't happy about her not responding because he requested that she sing. She has no reason to respond to 2 strangers wanting her to sing. So anyway, what happened was we exchanged emails, right? And I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm going to only be talking to people through my Patreon account, which jumped up again this week, by the way. So within a few days of me exchanging emails with this gentleman, I started getting 100 spams a day. I don't need that. So if you're not a member of my Patreon account and you've asked me to become your friend on Facebook, or if you've asked me to communicate with you directly through the telephone or through Skype calls or through emails, it's not going to happen. I'm not taking any new members of my I haven't taken a new member on Facebook. I don't remember the last time, a few months ago. And that was somebody that I knew from childhood. So anyway, Jack is going to be donating $100 to have his name up on the side of the cement mixer that I just gave you the link for. And I'm going to show you the video. But it's actually cheap because it's either $10 a letter to have your name pinstriped on the side of the cement mixer, or $100 for your full name. And it'll have the date. And then you or me, or not me because I'm going to buy the cement mixer, but Jack or maybe John Escape, you'll have bragging rights. And each video I do of the cement mixer doing work on the hotel, each video, I'll try to put a screenshot or at least videotape the names of people who have donated money, and I have their names over the fender well. Now, you could buy the whole back of the machine right across the top. I don't know. I guess $500 would be your name in 2-inch block letters. That would be reasonable. And then you would have bragging rights. You say, look, I helped Michael Fazio buy the auto grab machine. That would be something you could tell your grandchildren. So let me get back to my notes over here. Let's see. We have Jack Thompson, present, and Jack is working on upgrading his credit card to accommodate my needs. That's what he said at 3 o'clock this morning. He said, Mike, I got to go to the bank. The credit card's not working. I know I've been trying, and this, that, and the other thing. He says, I got to get it upgraded so I can send more. He wants to send more. Every day he wants to send more and more and more. And that's a good thing. But now we have something to give Jack back. Do you ever notice about Jack, the word Jack? You've been hijacked. You've been carjacked. You've been jacked up. Low jack. Jack made me aware of that this morning. Everything that has to do with criminal activity is Jack. Jack this, Jack that. Jack's back. So anyway, Jack Thompson is present. John Escape, present. John Escape has got a new schedule that's really hard to get in touch with John. This is the one of the benefits of being my friend first, and then now John Escape is not, to my knowledge, unless he has a different name, a member of my Patreon account, yet we've been friends for years. So he still gets all my uploads, private, whether they go to Patreon or not. Because I like John. Me and him, and sometimes his wife, we enjoy our conversations. So anyway, John's new, let me see what I wrote down something about John's new job, and I forgot where it was. Anyway, he actually runs a horse, some sort of a horse ranch. Not in Hialeah, but there's a new racetrack, or a racetrack in South Florida, and he explained that the Governor DeSantis has said, to hell with the masks, to hell with social distancing, all businesses are opening up again. So John's been very busy and unable to get to the live streams every day. So he's now very busy, and he's got not only does he have 700 people under him on one job description that he has, but now that this new racetrack opened up, he's taking care of the I don't know what he does. He sells horses. He moves horses from one racetrack to another. He knows how to cure the wounds, like a little bit of a doctoring on horses. And he explained to me last night, if you put ampicillin powder on my foot wound, that it would help clear it up. Now, I believe that, and I'm going to see if I can go to the doctor this week and get some of that ampicillin powder. But more specifically, what John Escape, this is what John Escape has done and is doing. So he bought a water distiller. Now, it's not just an ordinary water distiller. What this distiller is a special 220 volt super water distiller. Now, there are things you can do with a water distiller, and then there are things that you can manipulate the water distiller to do. So one of the things that you can do with a water distiller is distill water. But another one of those things that you can do with a water distiller is, John said there's a booklet on the internet somewhere where you can make heavy water out of a water distiller. And you all know what heavy water can do. Heavy water is when you get these nuts and you get the right amount of and with the heavy water, you can build shit. So this heavy water distillation water distiller that John Escape is sending to the Philippines, I'll be able to utilize it in my Manhattan Project Philippines style, let's call it like that. We'll be smacking those nuts together at 523 kilometers per second. Boom. And then the heavy water will go this way and the other stuff will go the other way. And we will solve all the world's problems with this new water distiller. Plus, I can only drink distilled water because of now 3-year wound on my foot. So you might think that there's something wrong with my healing process. I've heard stories that I have flesh-eating bacteria, which is, by the way, a breach of the codes. So I just want to point that out. So you people out there that come to my channel and troll me and you say I have a flesh-eating bacteria, for instance, that's against the codes of the Philippines. So now, my right foot has had a wound from bad Chinese welding rod. Bad Chinese. Something in the Chinese welding rod. In that batch, I bought a 50-pound box of welding rods back 3 years ago. And Daisy was welding. She got an infection on her foot. I was welding. I got an infection on my foot. Hers was on the ankle, and mine was on the foot. My wound has pretty much not gone away. It's gone away and then come back. It depends on what foods I eat in the Philippines. So you people think that I'm lying about how the food here has something in it that affects me. I know and Daisy, because her foot was major infected. It seems to be healed up. When she left, it seemed to have been healed up, but I don't know if it's reoccurring to her or not. But for me, it goes away and it comes back. It depends on what I eat. So the water distiller is, if I drink the tap water here, my foot will blow up the size of a football. So I can't drink the tap water. So now I buy distilled water in 10-liter jugs for 80 pesos, which is reasonable, because actually to make distilled water, besides the time, it costs electric. It's probably a little bit cheaper. It's probably better than the distilled water we get in the store, so I'm happy about that. But also, John is sending the booklet with the water distiller, how to make heavy water. That's going to be important for after I build the hotel. I want to build Manhattan. I want to do a Manhattan Project Philippines style. So I just want you to be clear on that. In case you have something that you want to say about it, go ahead and say it. I don't care. The water distiller is the only thing that stops my foot from being inflamed and swelling the size of a football. So John Escape, 9 thumbs down. I wouldn't notice anything like that. I don't even look at that. Who put 9 thumbs down on your show? Face coward. I don't know. Yeah, so since since John is talking about thumbs down, I don't look at that stuff. since what shall we call him, the world's biggest bullshit artist, who would that be? That would be FSV. So I since he started making videos specifically with my name in them or referencing me, I've gotten about 40 or 50 new people that are leaving comments all over my videos. Did you see what FSV said about you? Did you see what FSV said about you? I says, yeah, I saw that. And how does that affect? How does it affect me? When he said what he said, did he prove what he said is true? And the answer to that is no, he did not. Can he prove what he said is true? Probably not, because if it's not true, he probably can't prove it's true unless he lies about that too. So how does FSV affect me? Not at all. But I did notice since FSV made me a primary target of humor on his channel, he has sent quite a few trolls my way. So thanks for that. And I don't believe for a second, not 1 second, do I believe that FSV dislikes me. I think FSV is doing it out of maybe some reverse psychology thing that he demeans people, but just for views. I don't know. I don't think the man is crazy, but I think he does some really mean and nasty videos to some people, but I don't take him so seriously. So, but I did notice since FSV started making me a primary component on his channel so he can get views, about 30 new names. So I'm really not going to be talking to people that I don't know here. So let's see who we have here. I know your name, the man, the real flame, bro. I'm really not your bro. I don't know who you are. And unless you told me who you are, gave me a telephone number where I could call you up and talk to you, I probably wouldn't be friends with you in real life. Nothing personal, but I take my friendships seriously. So you're welcome to leave as many comments as you want, but you're not welcome to mention anybody's name or channel name or anything like that. And that's going to be the last comment I read from you, but you're welcome to leave as many comments as you want. Pedro, same thing. Same thing. Hello, Pedro. You always have good content. You always have good comments. The real flame. He never posts any links or any information. He just asks you, just blurts out questions and tries to change the direction of the conversation. I control the conversation, not you. So Pedro always has some good comments. He gives the names of some good articles. Thanks for stopping by, and that will be the last time unless you guys become members of my Patreon account, I'm really not going to devote much time to you. I just don't have the time. I could do my 2-hour live streams turn into 4-hour live streams when I answer all the comments. I don't want that to happen. And you got to understand, nothing personal, but I don't know who you are. Pedro had another good comment. Real flame, bro. Again, bro. Is that all you got? Pedro, look at the Rhodes Scholarship alumni. Very good comment. Correct, says John Escape. Thank you. So Jack, we're jacking up Jack's credit card this week. We plan on doing a test run in the $100 range on Patreon if all things work out well. We might as well, go for the gusto. It would be $100 a month, by the way. That would be reasonable, considering the fact that Jack is a very, very successful contractor in America and just signed a contract to do to install. Now, listen to this. This is Jack just signed a contract. Oh, I see Super Chat. PA Trucker, my friend, another man's man. John Escape, a man's man. Jack Thompson, a man's man. Jack Thompson, thank you. I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to bang a pot too. I got the pot ready over here. Jack Thompson just signed a contract to you're not going to. Jack Thompson is going to get to visit every bathroom along the turnpike in Florida, and most bathrooms along most of the interstates that are selling gas. So he just signed a contract to visit every bathroom almost in the United States on every major road. And what he's going to do, he's going to go into each bathroom and look around, and then he's going to see if they need new stall walls, the walls between the toilet bowls. So Jack is basically going to clean up the walls between the toilet bowls in most of the bathrooms in America. Now, I know you think that sounds crazy, but I actually had a man, we can't say his name on here, very well-known man, who tried to get me, Michael Fazio, in 1978, tried to get me the contract to install those exact walls between the toilet bowls in the gas stations. I think it was, if I remember, it was Exxon, not Exxon, yeah, Exxon. I think it was Exxon, Texaco gas stations. That's what it was, and actually would have been, would have made a lot of money. So Jack is headed in the right direction. He's headed into every bathroom in America, and he's going to be cleaning the grunge and all of the stuff out of the bathroom. And let's go to the videotape over here. Let's see if we're going to work we're going to test out Jack Thompson's credit card. Not now, but on Patreon. We're going to go for 100, and if that works for the name over the wheel well of the machine I want to buy, then if Jack, once he sees this video, I know he's going to take the whole back of the machine for 500 a month in my Patreon membership. So thanks in advance, Jack Thompson. Let's see what we got. Jack, one time I was pulled over by the cops. They asked me if my name was Jack. I replied, I'm not the Jack you're looking I'm not the Jack you're looking for. John escaped, LOL. That's about the nuts and the heavy water. John escaped. What's up? A small down payment for the cement mixer. So I did show you the cement mixer, but I want to bang a pot because that means a lot to me. Every donation for the cement mixer. And before I confirm, that's the cement mixer that I have my heartstrings set on. It's only $23,000, and in the big picture of things, in the big picture, that cement mixer would probably be the smallest, least expensive new toy I ever bought. That would be, except for jewelry, but I mean, that's going to be my new toy. That's going to be the cement mixer that builds the hotel. And of all my new toys, the Cobra Mustang, the 2001 Cobra Mustang that I bought out of the showroom, now I didn't buy the Ocean Racer new, but I bought it from a lake, and it looked like it was new, and it just had been detailed. So that was a hell of a lot more than $23,000. Both of those were a hell of a lot more than $23,000. Now, if we're talking about the barge, now that's something else altogether. So this is actually going to be the least expensive toy I ever buy, and it will have a big resale when the hotel is done. So let's say thank you to, we see Super Chat. We rainbows Flashing colors on my screen. I see green. I see orange. I see blue. The machine is coming through. Okay, so before I do another banging of the pot, what I want to confirm right now is, now I want to take my hat off, take my glasses off, put my hat back on. This is the hat of truth. Anybody that wears a white fedora can only tell the truth, because inside the aura of the fedora, I just made that up. Inside the aura of the fedora, the white fedora to be more specific, I can only tell you the truth. So now I have tried. Nobody knows this better than Warren. I have more than 500 phone calls. There has not been a single shipment, not a single shipment of computers to the store in the ICM mall from Manila since March. Not one. So if you hear these bullshit stories, you can buy a computer. You cannot buy a computer. You can buy a computer. They have these off-brand names that I saw last week. I didn't even know the names. I never even heard of them. So somehow, somebody somewhere is getting computers to the store, but they have no Asus computers, no Acer computers, no HP computers. That was their main commerce in that store. So if you are worried that the money for the cement mixer is not going to go into the bank, and you have sent me money like GE Northrop or Warren or Scott or anybody like that for the computer, which was paid for in a matter of just 1 or 2 days. I received $3,000 in donations in just a few short days. If you are one of the people that donated to my channel and to the computer fund, if you want proof that the money is in the bank, we will Skype. You'll have to send me your information, and I will show you that the money is in the bank. Now, and the same thing is going to happen. Let's just say that $3,000 was donated for the computer, and let's just say I have a little more than that in the bank. So then we'll add the money. So I'll keep a little bit of a track. After all, I have to keep track for the Bureau of Internal Revenue Service how much money is sent to me for my Patreon account and also for my Super Chat. And what I also want you to remember, that if you don't have a BIR account and you're doing Super Chat in the Philippines, you're breaking the law. So I do have that. In fact, I was accused of not having my BIR information and tax records in order. And when I said, I will wager you $10,000 that I do have those, that I am a documented tax payer in the Philippines for all my Philippines income online. So we want to thank the people of the in the Super Chat. Let's go back to, let's do some Super Chat. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do a little Super Chat, banging at the bell, and then I'm on to my next topic, because Trump has caused, not a joke, this is true, Trump has caused, on December 31st of 2020, where he waived the necessary or need to pay your mortgage for 3 months and said, don't worry, you can not pay your mortgage for 3 months. What he neglected to do, and intentionally, he screwed the American people. Now, I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you think. He did it on purpose. He did it for the bankers. He did it for the people on Wall Street. He did it for the mortgage companies. He did it for the loan companies so they could take the properties back. That's what he did. And he did it on purpose, because now, after 90 days, if anybody who chose that method that your payment was waived for 90 days. On December 31st, your payment of those 90 days and your current January 1st mortgage bill becomes due, paid in full. So he destroyed the economy. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You could believe it. I posted the link in the beginning. 19.1 million houses in America only are slated to fail on their mortgage December 31st, their mortgage payment for January 1st, which is 4 times higher than Obama's housing bubble that they call. They have all these wonderful names. Trump is a piece of garbage as a president. You could believe what you want. I posted the link right at the top of the live stream. I'm not going to take the time to post it again. I'm going to say thank you. Oh, more money. I'll see rain. Okay, so let's try it. Pennsylvania trucker. He would know the value of a piece of equipment. Let me show you that PA trucker. Thank you. First of all, thank you for stopping by. No. First of all, thank you for representing what a real man is and does for a living. Pennsylvania trucker drives an 18-wheeler over the road, has all his docket numbers, all his licenses, all his registrations, all his what they call tags. There are 7 tags for over-the-road trucking. I don't know if he has triples. I don't know if he has nuclear waste, but he would know that. But he has all the documents and pays all the fees for all of his insurances so that he can make a living. Now, not only does he drive the truck, but he has to pay all these fees. And at one point, he had several trucks. I think it was 7, actually. That's a real man. There are real men in this world, and there are people who believe they're real men. PA trucker is in fact, and proven by his self-determination to have a business, a hard business to run, trucking company. You have to deal with some of the toughest people in the world. Not just the toughest people in the world, but the shrewdest bastards in the world. This is what PA trucker has to go through. I know the business a little bit. I had a childhood friend named Vinny. What a piece of garbage he was. But he started working for a guy named Alan in New Jersey as a freight handler. What a piece of crap. Those guys want to make, say PA trucker, this is true now. Say PA trucker wants to pick up whatever it is, a load. Let's just say PA trucker goes to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and he wants to bring a load of Milwaukee tools to say Boston. Can you say Boston? So PA trucker wants to bring a load of Milwaukee tools to Boston. So somebody got to broker the deal while he's on the road. Now you got this piece of garbage that I grew up with named Vinny, and Vinny is the broker for Milwaukee tools. So he's the freight broker. I think they call him, a freight broker. And so Vinny wants to take $500 to just handle the paperwork for PA Truckers Freight to go from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Boston. That's where Jack lives. Maybe Jack's going to buy some of those Milwaukee tools one day. Who knows? But Vinny wants to make $500 for putting his name on a piece of paper. And PA Trucker has to put his life, his truck. He has to make sure the tires have the correct amount of air in them. Otherwise, he can get a ticket for a low inflated tires. They have freaking rules for everything now. Tires have to have a certain amount of threads, depth of threads. You could have 100 lights on your truck and one blinker on the side of the truck. Say you have 40 or 50 blinkers, some of those trucks where you see them light up, and one blinker is out, they'll give you a fine for $150 or $200 for a blinker. one bulb. So every day he has to go out and inspect his truck. This is what real men do for a living. Plus, everybody knows that real men walk backwards. So thank you, PA Trucker, and thank you very much for stopping by. And you can tell us where you are and what you're doing, what you have in your truck now. That'd be great. This is what real men do. John Escape runs an entire corporation revolved around moving racehorses. He has to deal with the taxes. He has to deal with the fees to move the horses from one racetrack to another. He has to deal with everybody's attitude. These are real men. And, of course, real men walk backwards, and real men are, in fact, buying that cement mixer come soon. It's going to happen because everybody knows that Fazio needs a new cement mixer, baby. Papa needs a new cement mixer. So PA Trucker, let's go down. Let's see who else was contributing here. Another, oh my God, another PA Trucker hits me hard for another 10 spot, a 10 ski. That's 2 fivers. That's a dime. Thank you, PA Trucker. And so this story of the cement mixer becomes closer to becoming a reality. Now, let me tell you why I settled on that cement mixer. And let me show you the cement mixer. Thank you. Let's show you the colors. We have rainbow, flashing color. Oh, look at this. Holy macaroni. Holy macaroni. Oh, God, look at this. I got this. It's a rainbow. Flashing colors on the screen. I see my cement mixer. It's coming to fruition. It's a rainbow. All right, guys, stop with the super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. And we have also the Truth Lady, another outstanding, in my opinion, citizen who actually we may have even met back in the 1970s or 80s at a party, at a marine. If you were a member of a boat club, Truth Lady was a member of the boat club, Rockaway Beach Boat Club, and I was a member of the Old Mill Yacht Club on Cross Bay Boulevard. Oh my God, let me just read these out. We got John Escape, who always says, let's start the rainbow. He starts the rainbow with a small donation payment for the cement mixer. PA Trucker comes in, hits me hard, slams $5 down on the, slams it down. Hey, PA Trucker, let's light up the screen with a rainbow, PA Trucker says. The Truth Lady, peace. I dropped my phone in the toilet 2 hours ago. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Thank you very much for stopping by, honey. I didn't get a chance to call you this morning. I actually had some other people on Skype. Toilet bowl, the Truth Lady. PA Trucker hits me with a 20 spot because I know a little bit about a lot of things. And people that call me a liar, they say, Fazio's a liar. I'm not the liar. You might want to check into that. And serious question, Truth Lady. I'll get to that in a minute. After PA Trucker's super chat, after I described what PA Trucker has to go through, he hits me with a 20 spot, which, thank you. I seriously mean this. And this money, I have right now, I have pledges. I have a good start on that cement mixer. So let's say money. So, PA Trucker, thank you very much. And if you want to tell us what you have in the truck as far as the load is concerned, I'm sure the people would be interested in that. I am, because what you have to also understand about PA truckers' businesses, you might have a license to haul Milwaukee tools from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Boston. Hey, Jack, how you doing? How you doing? And but you might not have a license for vegetables. And then you might have a license to move. Why do people in Florida buy oranges from California? That's 2,800 miles away. I don't know, but you might need a different license to transport oranges from California to Florida. So he has to go and apply for that stuff. Yeah, it's probably all done online. And online he goes, I want to do this. And they say, okay, send us $85 for the stamp. And he gets the stamp. And it all goes on to his dossier that they have for him. But he has to do a lot of work to earn a living. And that piece of garbage, Vinny, I won't say his last name, Vinny C, his name was. That piece of garbage wants to make $500 to okay the freight. The freight is already, the freight's in a box. The box of Milwaukee tools are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the warehouse. And all this guy Vinny does is he gets the freight okayed to go on PA trucker's truck, or he brings it to an intermediary dock, which is a freight company. So that Milwaukee ships the freight to Vinny's dock, which doesn't cost them but a few dollars, or they give it to him for free, and then he signs the piece of paper for the freight, charges PA trucker $500. This is bullshit. This is the one of the biggest scams, in my opinion. This guy made so much money, and him and his Jewish friend Alan, they screwed everybody. I wanted to bring a container from America with heavy equipment in it, which eventually I did, and supplies. One guy wanted $45,000, $45,000 just to get the freight from New York City to Cebu. That wasn't even bringing it to my house for $45,000. These people are crazy. And how much of that was profit for him? $37,000. They're out of their freaking minds. Freight company. Eventually, I did get the equipment here, but like now I have to go. So I started to say, why do I have my heart set on this piece of equipment? Well, let me show you. John Escape, thank you again. PA Trucker, thank you again. PA Trucker, now you're rubbing it in, baby. Now you're rubbing it in. Rubbing it deep. PA Trucker hits me hard again. Oh, he's rubbing it in deep. It's a rainbow, flashing colors on my screen. I see blue, I see green, I see orange too. Thank you all. Salamat. So let me show you the cement mixer. It's called a grab mixer. And then I'm going to go to Trump. So this is the video. Here. We'll go to, I'll copy this. I'll just post the link again for you people to see this. This is not a joke. I know you think that I joke around about stuff, but my intention, in fact, I've now spoken, we have 4 total correspondence back and forth. My last correspondence, stop. My last correspondence is with the salesperson who sells this piece of equipment. This is let me post the link, and then we're going to go back to this is the link. I'm just going to post it twice to save a little bit of time. Now I'll do it 3 times, and this is the piece of equipment right here. Now, and you're going to see, this is in this video, Oh my God! This is what I wanted to show you. This engine is already the proper color. It's the Fazio yellow. It's flectoferrithane yellow. It's machine yellow. This is the engine that's in the machine itself. And before I confirm that I want one to the company, I want one. You know, wanting, getting, needing are different things, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't a gasoline engine. So this is the engine. We'll show you the specifications for this, which I'll have to turn the camera on because I don't want you to see all my memorandums back and forth. So it's in Shanghai, China. Unfortunately, if I had to buy this engine of 50 horsepower diesel from America, the price in China, now I'm not buying the engine separate, but the price in China is $2,200 per piece, and that's multiple pieces, 10-piece minimum, and that's $2,200. That motor, if it was built in America, would cost you about $6,000 or $7,000. Take my word for it. So it's diesel. So once I made the inquiry about whether or not it was diesel or gasoline, and it was confirmed, now I'm pretty sure that this is the machine I would like to buy. So this gives you information. Basically, it's the specs on the motor and how many cylinders, 4-cylinder diesel. Now, I've paid $15,000 for a 4-cylinder diesel water pump, a high-pressure water pump. So, and that was back in 1989. So now we're talking $60,000 for the same machine. So that's really, this machine is really not so expensive, but of course it's made in China. So this just gives you the technical specs. It's hard for me to bring it to your attention what it is. Here's the company that makes it. And then I'm going to go back to the comments, and I'm going to tell you why this piece of equipment is the one that I would like to purchase, or the one that I will purchase. What it does, all right, so let's get off this page. What it does is it mixes 2 yards of concrete. Now, what you're looking at, this white bag, is 2 yards of mix. 1, 2, 3, 5 mix. 1 part cement, 2 parts sand, 3 parts gravel. You put it all in this bag, and then you pick it up with this boom on the truck. Now, this was surprising when the man sent me this video, the salesperson. This boom on this truck is picking up now not only the weight of the boom, but 2 tons of material. And the material has like a zipper on the bottom. You pull a string and it dumps the material out of the bottom. You're going to see, I'm going to show it to you now. And okay, so now the material is being dumped and the boom is picking up the material. And while the material is being dumped, it has a paddle inside here, 3 paddles that are moving the material around, mixing it. And while it's being mixed, there's a high-pressure water jet that's injecting water into the drum at the same time. It holds 100 liters of water. It's got a 50-liter hydraulic tank, which is a considerable amount of hydraulic fluid for a little machine like this. It has 6 wheels, and it weighs 10,000 pounds, 9,800 pounds. And it's capable of traveling over the road at a speed of 20 miles per hour. So you can see the bag has like a zipper on the bottom, or somebody cut it. I'm not sure how that worked out. There's no detail on that. And the bag just dumped 2 yards of mix, and this machine is mixing this and water at the same time. Even though there's a lot of dust, He's mixing it and the water at the same time. So basically, one man, after you get the bags filled up, let's say you could theoretically, if you had the bag set up properly, theoretically, that mix takes seven minutes to make the mix. Once you start put with the bag, it takes 7 minutes to mix it and dump it. You can do 4 2 cubic meter mixes per hour. That would probably be the optimal setup, where you had your bank pile of sand, bank pile of gravel, and your bank pile of cement set up perfect. In a perfect world, it doesn't work like that. Probably a good amount would be 4 cubic meters per hour, which is plenty. But the other way, with just the cement mixer with the hopper, and then one bag mixer. This is like I don't know how many bags it is, several bag mixer. It depends on how much bank material you put into the cement mixer itself. But if you had a one bag mixer, and I might have to back down to a one bag mixer, but the problem with it is it goes on a trailer hitch. Now, every time you have the Filipinos working on a job site with a one bag mixer, by the end of the day, or 2 days or 3 days, there's 4 inches of cement in front of, behind, and in back of, and on the far side, inside, outside of the wheel. Okay, so now you have to have 15 or 20 men move the machine out of the rut of cement that you made, or clean it every day, which they don't do. But with this machine, it's self-propelled. You just put it in forward, and you got 50 horsepower going whatever direction you want. And you can run it on the street up to 20 miles an hour. I could be, I don't know what I could be, but your name could be on the machine. PA Trucker just got his name on the machine. Jack Thompson, John Escape, all my Patreon members are getting their name on the machine. I'll have like one side Patreon memberships of all my Patreon members, but not their full names. And then one side super donators. And now we're going to get back to Trump in a minute. So that's the machine, and that's the oh, look at Truth Lady. Thank you, Truth Lady. Thank you, PA Trucker. Thank you, John Escape. Thank you, PA Trucker. Thank you, John Escape. Thank you, PA Trucker. All right, so now I'm going to read the comments from everybody, and then I'm going back to how Trump is screwing you, because he is screwing you. You should rest assured. Pedro says, look at the Rhodes Scholarship. That's true. Okay. Thank you, Pedro, for all your comments. Jack Thompson, for some odd reason, Jack is involved in some sort of criminal activity. Message deleted. Gerald, it's not easy. Either you're for socialism or against it. That's true. Communism is socialism in a hurry. That's true. Smacking those nuts. That's true. One time I was pulled over by the cops. That's true. Jack gets pulled over by the cops or accosted by the Boston police more than he probably wants to. And every time they pull Jack over, they say, is them Milwaukee tools you got in the back of the truck that you painted yellow? That's a crime. And Jack has to backpedal on why he painted his tools yellow, because his friend Paul, partner, Paul keeps painting Jack tools blue. Jack keeps painting Paul's blue tools yellow. They're having a little bit of it. And the only person making any money is the spray paint company. So that's a true story. They have this ongoing thing. Rainbow has begun, says John Escape. I'll buy the large block letters tomorrow. Jack is holding back. Jack is holding back, I say, holding back. PA Trucker, where have you been? From Jack. Bang a pot and piss off. Oh God, we can't be talking about that guy. If that upsets him, that's his personal problem, I would imagine. Banging a pot, though. I think I saw a guy, a piss pot. That guy. No, I'm gonna be serious for a minute. There's a guy out there that makes videos. I'm talking about this guy. Piss passport. He is one mean son of a bitch. I'm not even being facetious. This guy is going for the fucking throat, man. He doesn't stop every day. He is fucking on it, on somebody's case. So if you're like a normal law-abiding citizen, I would think that this guy Pisspot TV, he got no respect at all. None at all. This guy is fucking over the freaking line. It's over. I was subscribed. You want to know what YouTube did? I unsubscribed from the guy. I mean, I was so upset at some of the stuff he was posting. Michael Fazio, had to unsubscribe from Pissport TV's channel. And you know what YouTube does? Now that I unsubscribed from his channel, now they send me recommended videos by Pisspot TV. This guy's unbelievable, man. Anyway, yeah, that guy talks about other people's channels. Even I told him, and one of the reasons I'm mad at Pisspot is because I gave him permission. We legitimately gave him permission to use my videos to abuse me. And what does he do? He didn't use my videos, and he abuses somebody else with my intellectual property, which we're going to talk about in either today or a little bit. So, yeah, that's guy Pisspot Passport. I think his name is Passport. I think he's a freaking, he's evil. I'm telling you, he's evil incarnate. And since I said that a few weeks ago, that other guy, the lunatic, what does they call him? The anarchist, FSV, he started making videos about me because I got upset with Pisspot TV. And now I got like 30 trolls coming and hitting my channel with negativity. Negativity, like Donald Sutherland said in The Dirty Dozen. Always with the negative. This guy Pisspot, he is always in the negativity. So, bang the pot. Appalachian treasure. Good contact, multi-mild say. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Thank you for the comment. Let's light up the screen with the rainbow, says PA Trucker on the comments. And then we got to do Trump. It's a rainbow. PA Trucker hit me hard. He's got his name on the side of the new cement mixer. It's gonna happen. Salamat. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to hire a pinstriper, it looks like. Thank you very much. Not a problem. There are artists in the Philippines that will come and pinstripe your car or your cement mixer. Relatively cheap they were too. Jack Stott in Key West, no stalls there, just peepholes. Whoa. Jack is going to be the super. He's gonna know about every bathroom, every glob on every wall in the United States with this new contract he has. I just signed a contract to make gas station glory holes ball friendly. Oh my God. See, he's already making moves on this gas station stall ball. Well, His gas station stalls are going to accommodate bowls, says Jack Thompson. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just signed a contract to make gas station glory holes bowl friendly. I've been getting reports of sharp edges. Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson is looking out for your balls. Who's better than Jack? Jack's the man. Jack is making glory hole friendlies. Oh my God. The truth, ladies, I dropped my phone in the toilet bowl about 2 hours ago. How's that working out for you, truth lady? I had a great conversation with you the other day, by the way. It was really, really, really nice talking to you. I'm glad. The truth lady is a seamstress. She's literally a seamstress. And she just recently moved to Georgia with her family, and her equipment is now being shipped and reinstalled. And she was ordering bolts of linen to get started again as a seamstress. So she's an actual working person who has a talent. I would imagine she's very creative. And we have some great conversations. We laugh a lot. The truth, lady, we actually do laugh a lot. And we laugh a lot for a very specific reason. We both are the same age. We both grew up in generally the same place. But we both grew up in the marine construction business. And I was just becoming good friends with her best friend, or one of her best friends, Don Alar, when he passed away. In fact, I was going to buy his barge. So I put a bid in for his barge, but I had gone to Michigan to buy my barge, the self-propelled barge. But yeah, Donald S. Donald. It's been so long. We're talking 1985 when I met Don. So thank you, truth lady. The toilet bowl. Serious question. Oh, of course it is, Real Flame. I would imagine that I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're trolling me to see if you can get me to talk about an actual reality that I believe in, or I just don't know who you are. So I'm going to just say yes. I would say that the destiny of mankind has been pretty much predetermined by what we call the elite and the globalists, but they don't. Although they control the mayors, the governors, and Trump and all the presidents of the world, absolutely, they control all of them through entities like the Vatican, the Knights of Columbus have a lot to do with it. The Masons have more to do with it. The bankers on Wall Street have more to do with it. The Rothschild Bank has more to do with it. All those people actually control what happens on this flat earth, because the earth is flat, and or globe, if you want to call it a globe and you want to be a globe-tard. But there is a predetermined destination for the world, but it has nothing to do with even what we perceive to be human beings that are controlling the world. I believe there's powers and principalities behind it that probably would be coined as dark side, like in Star Wars, the dark side, because what they're doing is totally wrong. I mean, they're telling you there's not enough food, and they're telling you there's not enough housing. They're telling you there's not enough resources. There's plenty of resources. They have free electric. There's no doubt in my mind, there's no doubt at all in my mind that they have 0-point energy. Now, 0-point energy has a little bit to do with anti-gravity, which has to do with spinning liquid mercury around in a centrifuge at several thousand miles per hour. And that creates some sort of a vortex. That's the theory. That's pretty much what they said is the energy behind anti-gravity equipment. So they have technology from other places, whether it's other dimensions on the other side of the ice wall that no one is allowed to go on through the Antarctic Treaty, or other worlds. But they definitely, those things exist. They have those things. There's no doubt about it. The Germans had it during World War II. I forgot the name of the operation, but they have an underground base in Antarctica that they had submarines there and all of that. So yeah, I would say that, but for all the technology that we have, what we have now in today's technology is bullshit. You want to talk about how the oil companies control the world. In 1960, we had a 3,500-pound Cadillac that with proper atomization and fuel pressure, it could get 50 miles to the gallon. That's a 3,500-pound car. And that guy, his patent was bought up, and every subsequent patent for that thereafter. Now, I don't know that it's true that somebody figured out a way to make water into fuel, but that guy died. And everybody that tried to do that died. So they don't want you to know that there are other sources of energy and more efficient means. And that is so that the big oil companies, and we're going to go back to the oil companies, we're going to talk about this piece of crap, Giuliani, how he is now part of Trump's legal team, and his subsequent, by one move over, Sidney Powell, that piece of garbage, who was the state's attorney general, who had something to do with prosecuting O.J. Simpson and failed. But more importantly, the thing that she's most notable for is she defended Enron, E-N-R-O-N, Enron Industries, for $150 billion worth of fraud against the investors in the stock of Enron. $150 billion. She knew it was fraud. She defended the big oil execs and the oil companies. So I'll give you the link, and I'll give you Steve, you can't. Well, you could. Are you in the Philippines, Steve? You want to buy one of these shirts? I have. I would have to look at the order, but I think I have about 100 of these shirts. If you're in the Philippines, and if you weren't in the Philippines, then it's just not possible. I'm not going to go through the trouble. You're not going to pay the price. So if you want one, and you are. Now, I don't have a website for that. If you want one of these shirts, Michael Fazio shirts, first of all, I don't even know who you are, so I'm not sure why you're asking. But if you're in the Philippines, shipping to any island in the Philippines would be probably about $1,020. So I would imagine if you're in the Philippines, I could let one of these bad boys go for about $75. I'm not shipping them to America. So, but no one has bought any yet. And mostly I gave them away at an auction last year. I had a raffle, and also to my friends on Patreon. So I think you're just here to fuck around, Steve. And I think you're a troll. So I'm going to watch you carefully. Who are you? Why do you want one of my shirts? Why is this the first time I ever saw you? I remember names pretty well. So I suggest that would be your last comment. Unless you throw $100 super chat on the board, I'll put your name on the side of my new cement mixer. Other than that, you're done. Trump doesn't control the Congress. Pelosi does. And that is correct, Jack. So I have that. I have the link for that. That Pelosi, let's just get the Pelosi link up there again. Pelosi controls the Congress, but Trump, the CARES Act, let's talk about the CARES Act. Let's talk about the CARES Act. The CARES Act was supposed to help the people of the United States of America, whether they live in America or not. And Trump didn't put a damn thing in the CARES Act for the American people. But I think he could have did more to stop it. Pelosi and the Democrats and all the neutral people, what they call progressives, they all voted for the CARES Act. They gave $5 trillion to the 1,000 biggest corporations and richest people in the world. They gave $1,200. Trump got $1,200 for each member of the United States, tax-paying member. This is bullshit. I think he should have just stopped it, but he didn't. He didn't even really try. So Jack is right. Pelosi controls the Congress, and every single Democrat voted, and 30-something Republicans voted for the CARES Act, even though it did nothing for the American people. So the Democrats are more at fault here, but Trump is more at fault for everything in general, Jack. General Jack. I like that. And what I'm going to do, Jack, is I'm going to give you the credit for knowing that Pelosi is in charge of the Congress. Jack is very political when he's not getting pulled over by the police for spray painting Milwaukee tools in the back of his truck. But actually what he's doing is he's breathing in the fumes. So let's go. So Jack is right. Trump doesn't control the Congress. Pelosi does. I just put the link there. But when you see this Jimmy Dore show, he's got a really good handle on politics. I got to say that I've watched many videos about the CARES Act. That video that I just sent out, the link for, that's the simplest by a guy that doesn't mince words. And it explains, and then in that video, he shows you, if you go to his channel, I suggest seriously that you subscribe to his channel. He'll show you how Obama sold more military equipment than any other president in history, and dropped more bombs on brown and black people than any other president in history. Not in that video, but just go to his videos list. I enjoy his outright truth. And when you fact check, his truth can't be undone. He actually tells you the truth. So Jack Thompson, you're right. It's not how it works, Michael. That's right. I just got to that comment. But Trump has also, all right, so Jack is correct, 100%. And I'm not kissing Jack's ass so that he could get his name on the back of my cement mixer. I'm saying I already had the link in my, here, I'll show it to you, Jack. Okay, so this is the name of the today's live stream, and the second link down, breaking Pelosi stimulus, half of that the size of Trump. Okay, that was the first two things. And then the next thing was posting the link for the Jimmy Dore show. Let's get that. Let's get that link on the board. The one where Jimmy Dore shows you that Trump is going to be responsible for Americans' foreclosures on approximately 19.1 million homes on January 1st. So, because of his neglect to the American people, which has nothing to do with the CARES Act, Jack. Nothing to do with the CARES Act, Jack. So, So Trump indirectly, by giving people a waiver for 3 months for their mortgage, he knew damn well that he said, we'll have this all cleared up in 3 months. Well, it's already 9 months now, isn't it? Wait, no. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, 9 months. December, 9 months. And he didn't clear it up, but he gave you the opportunity to waive your mortgage for 3 months with no penalties. But on the January 1st, all payment is due in full for those 3 months and the 4th month that's due. You are going to lose your houses at 4 times the rate that Obama's housing bubble, this piece of cloth stuffing with, I don't want to tell you what he's stuffed with, but smells funny. And so, yeah, you got to understand, Jack, Trump is the lesser of two evils, and they're both shit choices. That's right, Congress. Prove that you're a trucker, real flame. Prove it now, or I will never. In fact, prove it now. Prove now that you're a trucker. If you don't, I want you to prove it. I want you to show us a video. Post a link of a video of you in the truck and your name and your face. Otherwise, just get the fuck off the channel. Thank you. Hey, Ed CA, how about we make a deal? When the hotel is done, how about we do this? Let's just say, because I know you're a troll. How about we make a deal? Me and you, Ed. Give me your telephone number. Give me your Skype. If you're in the Philippines, I'll make a deal with you. When the hotel is done, it'll be a few years, but when the hotel is done, there's a guy on my block. He cuts hair. I'm pretty sure he would like you to service him, if that's possible. Maybe he'd give you a haircut, and you could give him a blow dry. But let's say there's about 4 people on the block like that who, I'm friends with. I'll introduce you to them. When the hotel is done, you can service them. Okay, because when the hotel is done, then what are you going to say? What are you going to say when the hotel is done? What are you people going to say when I finish the hotel? Are you going to say, congratulations, Fazio? Or it's a fake hotel. Let me see proof that it's a real hotel. You're a worthless piece of shit troll. You have to come on here under a fake name with no content. You're a worthless piece of shit troll. And so what are you going to do? Are you going to service the guy that gives you the haircut, give him a nice blow dry? Is that what you're going to do when the hotel is done? Put your name and your telephone number in one of my links, and I'll call you up on the phone. I'll make a deal with you. I'll introduce, the guy's name happens to be, I'm not going to mention his name, but he cuts hair, and you can give him a blow dry. Okay? If you don't think I have the plans or the permits for the hotel, we could make a separate wager on that. Okay? So what are you people going to do when the time comes and I start putting videos up of me building the hotel? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, he started it, but he'll never finish it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You people are a bunch of fucking cowards, is what you are. Put your name on a piece of paper, in one of my comments. Send me your phone number in America, Australia, or your Skype address, and I'll add you so I could see your fucking coward face. Because what are you going to do when I start building and complete the hotel? Then what are you going to? How are you going to backpedal like that other guy that backpedals on everything that he says? How are you going to do that? You got FSV saying that my neighbor said this, that, and the other thing, but he can't prove it. So how are you going to prove it? And if you think you trolled me, I could have passed your comment up, but today was the day I have it in my notes to address assholes like you. Moving on. So, Ed, you've asked this question before, too, you piece of shit. You've asked this question under your name. I remember, and I asked, that's why I actually answered your comment. I asked you for your telephone number and your name, and you disappeared off the live chat because you're a piece of shit troll. That's what you are, piece of shit troll. That's how you get your jollies off. You're a coward. You're a piece of shit troll, and that's what you are. PA Trucker says, I'm empty. I'm in Ohio and got unloaded around 4 p.m. today. Hey, PA Trucker, if you're still listening, I want to, if you've ever been to the capital of Ohio, it's not so far from where they make the Mack tool trucks, MAC tool trucks. If you're anywhere in that area and you have to kill a couple of hours, the Capitol building and the rotunda in Ohio I was there. It was very impressive. Very impressive. I spent a few days in Ohio. I was picking up a Mack. We were dropping off a Mack toll truck, actually. But I had to pick up some other stuff in Ohio, so I took the ride. And it's not the usual thing that you get to go see. So I don't know where you are, but the Capitol building in Ohio, it impressed me, even though it's not like the White House or anything like that I've never been to. And then right across the street, if you want to be price shocked by price, Ed CA, I'm waiting for your address, Ed CA. I'm waiting for that. I'm going to wait. Piece of shit. You did the same thing about 6 months ago. Right across the street from the Capitol building was at the time, and I'm going to tell you what year it was. I lived in a certain house. Actually, I lived not on the water for a few months where I grew up. So I'm thinking it was 1990. I'm thinking it was 90 or 91 because it was before I moved to Florida. Right across from the Ohio Capitol building is a mall. They had the most expensive items of any mall I had ever gone to in my life, anywhere in the world or in America, and California, Michigan, New Mexico, Wyoming, Arizona, or any state they're small. I remember I was looking at a pair of Oakley sunglasses, and they had bulletproof lenses. Now we're talking about 1990, 91 price, $900. $900. Stainless steel. It flexed in the middle. It flexed on the side. They were basically unbreakable. $900 for a pair of sunglasses, bulletproof. Now you could get them in titanium too. Maybe the stainless steel was $700 and the titaniums were $900. They were $900 sunglasses. But I remember the guy I was with. So we were walking through the mall, and I don't want anything that he wanted. We were just goofing around. I already had 3 or 4 pairs of Oakley sunglasses, and we walking through the mall, and we stop at this Italian. It was Italian sauces and imported Italian and pasta. Pasta's pasta. You make it out of wheat. So he bought. It was in pints, and it was like $11 for a pint of sauce, meat sauce. Oh, he's going, this must be good. And I'm going, dude, I make a better sauce than that's in there. And he's going, nah, for $11, they gotta be good. So he paid like $4 for a pound of pasta out of that shop, and he bought 1 pint of that sauce and 1 pint of a different kind of sauce. So, so we dropped off the truck, and we, how did we get home? think we drove a car. I think we rented a car and drove home. Not sure. Yeah, actually, I am sure we did. We rented a car and drove home. So when we got home, he made the sauce, and that mall serves shit sauce, and like shit Ed CA, like that shit troll shit sauce. See how all that works in. We put the sauce on the spaghetti. It was wheat spaghetti. Paid like $4 for a pound of it, and he put it on the table, and without cheese or anything like that. And it was I don't know how long the sauce was in it. It was tasteless, and the wheat spaghetti tasted like shit. He threw it out. He just walked over to the garbage pail, opened the garbage pail, and just dumped the whole pot right in the garbage pail, threw the bottle and the thing. He was notorious for throwing out food. He didn't save leftovers ever. He'd make a 5-pound roast. He'd say, "Anybody want this? Because I'm going to throw it out." And whoever put their hand up would take the roast home with them. Same thing with everything. He made fresh every day, every meal. Maybe Real Flame is a trucker, because he had two hands together, and PA trucker. I guess that might be a signal for trucking. Thank you for that, if that's true. Spitfire, one of the worst Stones songs ever, Faz. It's a rainbow. Actually, now that's not so. Actually, this guy Spitfire says one of the worst Stones songs ever. LOL. Now, it depends. What's this guy Spitfire? It depends on when was the first time you heard the song, who were you with when you heard the song, where were you when you heard the song, and where was your mind when you heard the song. You may have heard the song, while you weren't having a good day. Or you may have heard the song when you were having a good day. But it depends. So that song, I was with my friend Carl Vella, and we were doing photography in his bedroom. We had the window blacked out, and we had the door covered with rugs and stuff and tape around the door. And he put that on while we were doing black. He had the black light on, or the red light, and we were developing black and white pictures with a Bogan enlarger. And that song just reminds me of my friend, my childhood friend since I was 11, Carl Vella. Well, actually probably about maybe 10 years old. And so it always is, for me, it's a great song. So thanks for, you did say LOL, but that song always reminds me of some of my best childhood friends, and Carl Vella would be one of those friends. Always Carl, always was my friend. We as a child growing up, you have friends in high school, and then you're not friends with them, and then you're friends with them again. Carl and I were friends our entire lives. We never had that kind of on and off friendship. Now, he moved away when he was about 26, and I was doing other things. But yeah, that always reminds me of my good friend. All right, John Escape says he's going away. So thank you, John. Thanks for the conversation. Let's see. We have Scott Del Fuego is in the house. My goodness. I got to get back up here. Kimberly, Pennsylvania. PA Trucker, thank you. Kimberly. All right, Kimberly, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, too. You're an idiot. You're a bigger idiot. You're an idiot. You don't think that Trump is part of this farce? He could have declared COVID as a farce from the get-go. He knew it was. Everybody knows it is. And he could have declared this is bullshit. You're an asshole, Kimberly. That's the bottom line, is you're a complete idiot. It is a tool to control the people. And Trump is part of that control process. You don't understand the left-right paradigm. Anyway, you never will. P.A. Trucker. Passport TV is awesome, he says. LOL. So, Passport TV, you're a freaking criminal. You know that. And let me tell you something about it. It's been 4 months since I started talking about Passport TV owing me 3 salamis and cheeses and 3 5-pound provolones, 3 5-pound salamis, and the other thing that he was supposed to bring to the Philippines. Well, this is the 4th month, and $300, which is $400 in Super Chat. It went up this month. So the anniversary is the 4th month. Now he owes me 4 5-pound salamis, 4 5-pound provolones, the thing he was supposed to bring me to the Philippines, and now $440. So that's with the juice, the vig, with the grease on the side of the money that he owes me, and the salamis and the cheeses. He owes me $440, 4 5-pound salamis and 4 5-pound cheeses. P.A. Trucker. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you for the comments, and what you say is true. So, you all have a good night. I'm going to listen to Newsmax and go to sleep. Newsmax is the only real news worth listening to. Well, seeing that P.A. Trucker said that, see if somebody could get me a link for Newsmax and put it up, or at least the website. Louis Pagan Ponce, hi, Mike. I just watched 2 ads on your stream when I logged on. That's great to hear. One was a 25-second crane heavy equipment auctioneer, and the other was an online human resources platform. Just thought I'd let you know. You know, that's part of my notes. I want to show you something. I make notes before the show. So this show here, at the bottom of these notes, grab bucket right here. New beds, solar panels, and it took this from my email. I sent out an email to 10 private friends this morning. Nothing that anybody would see unless they're a member of my Patreon account, about my new bed, my new washing machine and dryer, which works on solar energy. I sent out the email, and whilst I sent that email, whilst I put the link, when I put the link in the email, sent it out, I also send out 1 copy to myself so I know what day I posted that email. The side window changed to new beds. The top advertisement was new beds, because in the video, not in the description of the video, not in the title of the video, in the video itself, I was showing everybody my new bed and my new washer and dryer. Solar energy washers and dryers that I just got them yesterday, and I was working with them. And it showed me solar panels as the second advertisement and new beds as the top advertisement. So not only did the algorithm pick up everything that was in the video within a second, but it took the words out of the video of new beds and solar panels out of the video and then gave me advertisements for new beds and solar panels. So for the assholes out there, and I mean there's a lot of assholes out there that say there's no such thing as an algorithm that reads your mail. It does read your mail. Why would it go from whatever it was? Soon as I made the email and the video became opened up as in the email format, within 1 second, the advertisements changed to new beds and solar panels. And that's what the video was about. My new bed and my new solar panels and my new washer and dryer. Not only does Google and Yahoo, not only does the algorithm now hear every word, but it can search through. I think it's a 20-minute video of the new washers and the dryers working and the new bedding. Not only does it do it, but it did it in a fraction of a second. So this fucking internet listens to everything you say. Everything you say, whether the internet is on or off. I know that for a fact. So thanks for telling me you watch the advertisements and what you say without me even talking about, without me having the notes posted about the grab machine. The advertisements that Louis Paganpont saw are directly related to the link what I posted, the video of the cement mixing machine, and I said the word crane. Well, it says it in the description of the cement mixer. They call it a crane. I call it a boom. It's a boom crane. But the internet is listening to every word I say and giving advertisements to Louis Paganpont based on what I said and based on the links I posted in the video. So thank you, Louis. So let's go to the next comment. All is well here. In fact, actually, things are going a lot better than you would think. Yesterday, to the people I sent the video out to, you saw what happened yesterday. That was an amazing thing that happened yesterday. I'm not gonna get into the detail, but yesterday was a good day. You have no idea. That would have been bad. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody I sent the video to, all my members at a certain level in Patreon got the video. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a really good day. So thanks for giving me. So Scott says, I sometimes disagree with Mr. Let's get another link up here while so you guys could look. So Trump, and we're going to go to the wordsmith himself. Trump is lying to you about the jabba-dabba-doo, and I'm going to tell you something. They stole that catchphrase from me. It had never been used in relationship to Trump's Operation Warp Speed. Never. In the history of the world, you cannot Google jabba-dabba-doo, which I did not make the catchphrase up. In fact, I am the first person to ever use it as jabba-dabba-doo, which was J-A-B space A D-A-B space, excuse me, J-A-B space A space D-A-B space D-O-O's. And, okay, and so jabba-dabba, I'm the first person in the history of the world to use the word jabba-dabba-doo in relationship to Operation Warp Speed. And some freaking somebody, some piece of shit used that expression, changed one letter in it so it wouldn't be my word, and it's now gone viral all over the United Kingdom. I'll show it to you right now. But so here is my second. Here's something I'm going to post. Trump is lying about the jabba-dabba-doo. Trump did not prosecute Hillary. So we're going to go to Scott's comment. After I show you that this prick, thieving bastard in right here. No. Here it is, right here. Twitter. Okay, look at this. This is December 3rd. I used the jabba-dabba-doo word in long before that. And look, see, jabba-dabba-doo. It's on the front page of the Star, but it's also on a much bigger newspaper in England. So some prick watched one of my videos, or at least read the title. I'll show you the video, and took the terminology. Now, I will agree that the jabba-dabba-doo is something that sounds like yabba-dabba-doo with a Y. I'll agree that it's a Fred Flintstone saying, but I will take credit for being the first person to ever say it. And this prick that runs the Star put an extra B in there, like jabba-dabba-doo. But I said it first. So I'll even show it to you. I even have the date on and how it's spelled. Jabba-dabba space do. Okay, put it here, jabba-dabba-doo, and say next. Oh, it's in a different file. Okay, let's tell you what. Let's do this. I know I had it I thought I had it in this file. Here it is. The jabba-dabba-doo, scare them off. All right, so, and we'll look for the human depopulation. Let's look for it for the next one. It's in a file. Let's see. Here it is, right here. Trump's New America, the jabba-dabba-doo, in combination with the International Monetary Fund, will not be a choice. That's the plan. Okay, so this is a screenshot, and it's dated October 23rd, 2020. So I by 2 months, I said the word jabba-dabba-doo in combination with the IMF and also the Operation Warp Speed. The son of a bitches are out there stealing my ideas, one after the other. I see that happens all the time. But the word jabba-dabba-doo I did not make up. It's if you Google it, you're going to see a dozen different definitions for the jabba-dabba-doo. None of them have to do with the virus. I'm the only person that ever used it in that sense of the word. So it's running rampant, that word, on every major newspaper in Europe. So I guess I could take credit for that, but the prick who put it in added a B, because my jabba-dabba-doo was JAB single B. And I did that because yabba-dabba-doo, I didn't want to have somebody claim copyrights on that, so I made it completely different. So Trump is lying about the jabba-dabba-doo. Trump did not prosecute Hillary. Let's go to my live stream. This is what's all over the Daily Star and another European, the British Broadcasting News. British BBC has it on the front page of their paper from 2 days ago, and the Daily Star has it on Thursday's paper. The jabba-dabba-doo, baby. Michael Fazio just went viral and didn't get any credit for that. Again, it's okay. I'll be able to live with it. It's not the first time somebody stole one of my catchphrases. So here is the yep. No, did I copy the wrong thing? Why did that not copy properly? Okay. I only just copied the name of the title. Let's go back over here. Okay, so here's two things that Trump didn't do. Jack Thompson is back, as he said he would be back. And let's get this. Let me get the comments from Scott. Scott Del Fuego, the wordsmith. Welcome, Scott. Tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to bang a pot in honor of Scott. No pot for Scott. What we're going to do is we're going to shine up Mr. Obama. Shine him up. Shine him up, boy. Shine him a little. Give Mr. Obama a little bit of shine, moonshine on his head shine now. Did you see? No, I'm not going to say that. Did you see that video? I forgot the name of the video. Scott, this is for you. Mr. Obama, he hates America. He's a very bad Obama. Oh, yeah. I heard somebody bitching that I take Mr. Obama diving. How could you be so heartless? How could you be so cruel? Mr. Obama is part of my family. He's part of my family of dolls. We have a baby alive doll. We have a Mr. Obama doll. We have a Mr. Trump. He's a big, very big, one of my favorite heads. Mr. Obama head. We have other dolls. We have a Clinton doll. We're looking for a Biden doll. Mr. Obama is part of my family. I take Mr. Obama everywhere. And the good thing about Mr. Obama is he never complains. I take him diving. He don't say a word. What he likes to do is he likes to lay on the fire coral. You could see that on my 65th birthday party. But what Mr. Obama also, when I dragged him out, when I made him body surf outside the boat, he liked that. You could see him smiling. And also, when I stuck Obama in a fire coral cave on my 65th birthday, because real men go diving on their 65th birthday. So when Mr. Obama I threw Mr. Obama overboard with 100 pounds of weights on him one day. He went straight to the bottom. He never said a word. I released his weight belt, took him back up to the surface. I said, "Are you okay?" And he went like this. It was okay. All I had to do, I just had to take his head a little bit and squeeze his head like that. And the water came out, and he was good to go. Carl Vela took Mr. Obama. We went snorkeling in the Florida Keys. I have video of Mr. Obama in the Florida Keys. Mr. Obama is my friend. He's like my family. And we have baby alive. He was in a dusty environment yesterday. Actually, I buried him. And I don't think I'm going to post that video on YouTube. But baby alive, he got buried alive, baby alive. So that's why I had him in this bag. And he was not happy because this one talks. This one, the baby alive, he got stuff to say. And when I buried him, he was going, "Oh, no! Oh, no!" And I was laughing my ass off because baby alive was going, "Don't bury me, Mr. Fazio." And Obama was going, "Bury that little fella. Bury the little fella. He needs to go back down to the bottom of the flat earth. Bury baby alive. He got the gravity boots on. He could take it." So I dug a hole with a giant hole. I dug a hole big enough to put 500 baby alives in there. And then I stuck him in the hole and I covered him up. Probably put a little bit too much dirt on the little fella. But he was very happy. He was very happy when I unburied him. When I got to look for that video. I think I'll post it on my Patreon page. so, 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 uh, oh God. So, so when I was waiting for my trike driver. I have a personal trike driver. Did you know that? So I was waiting for my trike driver to come pick me up because I told you last week that, and I'm not kidding about this, my Globe internet bill was due, and I went to the ICM mall to the Globe store, and I got there like 10 after 9, and I said, well, I'll wait till 10, but the store doesn't open till 11. I'm not sitting there for 2 hours in a chair waiting for a store to open up. I have other things to do. Actually, by 11 o'clock, I was home and unloading my groceries. So I went online to pay my bill, and it shut my credit card off. That night, at 10 o'clock at night, I called my bank. I talked to my bank rep. We had a great conversation about Thanksgiving and this, that, and the other thing. Actually, it was Friday. I guess it was Friday. Wednesday. It was Wednesday because it was before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, the banks are closed. So it shut my credit card off. So I called her up. She goes, no problem. I see it shut off. Go to your mail. Say this is a legitimate charge for Globe, and we'll turn it back on. So I pressed the mail. She got a response. She turned my credit card back on. And then the next day, I did it again. I tried to pay the bill again. It shut my credit card off again. So I don't care. I'll just go to the bank and withdraw money with one of my other credit cards. So the she turned it back on again. So I didn't have time to go to the city, and I don't want to wait 3 hours online. So I called Globe up and I says, I want to pay the bill. She goes, yes, sir. You could give me I ain't giving you my credit card number. I don't even know who you are. Did that once before with my bank in the Philippines. I gave them a credit card for ID in a separate branch of my bank's corporation. And a few hours later, at like 4 o'clock, $11,000 in fake charges were put on my credit card. They were stopped. Russia, China, Turkestan, Pakistan, $11,000. So the freaking bank teller took my credit card and scanned it or memorized the number, whatever she did. And I will never give my credit card to anybody in the Philippines ever again. It will never leave my wallet ever without me being attached to it. So anyway, my personal trike driver was supposed to meet me at 11 o'clock in the morning. And this guy's never late. I gotta tell you, the man I've known, we've been friends for years, and he's never been late. It just astounds me that he's never been late. I've hired other trike drivers. I've hired hobble drivers. They're always late. This guy's never late. He's always, if I tell him 11 o'clock, you hear the trike pull up at 10 minutes to 11. Always 10 minutes early. So when I was burying Mr. Obama, I mean, baby alive, because I bury a lot of shit. And I was burying baby alive, and he's looking, because he came early, and he's looking and he's seeing the baby alive, and I got the video camera and I'm dropping material on him, and he's going, what are you doing? So, making a video, YouTube video. He goes, okay. And he went back and sat in his trike. Yeah, I got him. I buried Obama. I took Obama to almost every beach in the Philippines. I took him on every dive I've ever done, every dive boat. He's been all over Florida. He's been almost in every dive site in Florida. Mr. Obama, I like to bury my dolls, and when I have a chance, I like to bring them to the beach, and I like to take them scuba diving. That's a very, very popular thing to do in the Philippines because there's not much else to do. So Scott, I sometimes disagree with Mr. Fazio, but still call him my friend. That's what men do. One of my best friends got spunky one night, and I gave him a broken nose. We cleaned him up and went a drink. That's what friends do, actually. That's what men do. That's the difference. Not just friends, but men. I've had disagreements, verbal and physical, with friends of mine, and we never stop being friends. That's what friends are. Now, personally, not a lot of people would understand that, but I happen to have participated in a particular sport where if someone broke your nose, you would go and say thank you. And that was your way of saying no hard feelings. Like when those guys that are in the ring and they try to kill each other for 3 minutes at a time. And at the end of the ring, they're hugging each other and they're giving each other credit for fighting. Real men are real men. Real men do things differently than not so real men. Plus, real men walk backwards. Real men own tools. Real men paint their tools. Real men teach the working technology of a coal stove. Real men are doctors. They have little tools they fix people with. Real men could be dentists. Real men are different than not so real men. So Scott says, good friends to this day. You people need to listen to Fazio. You don't have to agree, but if you don't listen, you're a fool. I may knock out a friend, but an enemy I will have regrets. Real men are different than fake men. You know, well, I don't want to tell war stories. War stories are more for sitting down with your friends and having a laugh. Not so much for you too, because everybody takes snippets of your war stories and twists what you say around. And people will say, "You're a liar! You're a liar! Liar, 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 liar! Fazio's a liar!" When in fact, no one's ever proven me to be a liar. So, like, take FSV for example. Yeah, you got true. First of all, everything in FSV's video is a lie. How I can prove it's a lie is because he can't prove a word of it. You can't prove, first of all, you can't get thrown out of your house in the Florida Keys if you have a mess in the backyard. You could get a fine for having an untidy property, but I didn't. There is no fine against my property for that I know of. You could get a fine for having heavy equipment on your property. That's possible. But you can't have your house taken away for it. The county cannot foreclose on your house. They can only put a lien on your house. Did Fat Slob go to the county and ask the county for records from going on 13 years ago when they changed the ordinance? And did they ever put a penalty on my house? I don't know. I mean, they said they were gonna, and I said okay, and that was the last I heard of it. So I never paid any attention to it. Every day I went to the county to get a permit. Everybody in the permit office, which was code enforcement, code violations, everybody said good morning to me. What do you need today, Mike? So I need a tree to take a permit to take a buttonwood tree down. Let's see you had to take about 50 pictures, how far, where it was, what the height was, thickness of the trunk at 4 feet high. How much are you going to take off? Are you pulling the root? Are you popping the root? Are you grinding the root? Do you have a sunshine permit from because you had to get a sunshine permit if the tree was near the curb line. Nobody ever harassed me for my equipment. My neighbors might have been upset about it, but they don't pay my mortgage. So I didn't worry about what they got upset about. So Fat Slob, you're a liar. Fazio's a liar. You got a lot. I didn't lose my house because of a fine or a penalty or a lien. I gave it back to the mortgage company because of the Obama housing bubble. Why people go around talking shit about me, calling me a liar, I don't understand why. They can't prove it. So if Fat Slob vlogged, first of all, I could tell you he lied. But let me tell you a little bit else about Fat Slob vlog. Let me sit back in my chair and tell you the truth about FSV. Okay. Number one, if you look at FSV, when he's making a video about me, Michael Fazio, there is on occasion the appearance of anger in his voice or hatred or maliciousness, but I don't believe a word of it. I think he just uses me because I have a little bit more of a name on YouTube. But I will tell you this. So in regards to FSV, Fazio, it's all bullshit. The guy is playing you. He doesn't give a shit about Michael Fazio. At first I thought he did, but then I watched a few of his videos. He could care less about me. He could care less about Jack Thompson. He could care less about most people. He doesn't give a shit. But there is one person that he does have a little bit of animosity towards. I won't tell you that person's name, but there is a person who, and I'll just leave it at that. So Fat FSV, I don't give a flying crap. I even allow him to use my videos. I have never flagged his channel. I don't ever intend on flagging his channel. I don't flag his channel because I don't care. And nothing that he says is truthful or provable, and nothing that he said in any of his recent videos, except showing my house, that was my house. But it was a lie that I said I lived at 29 North Channel Drive. That's a lie. Absolute lie. I never said it. It can't be proven. I said I live at 31. I had a legitimate case against the property owner of 29 who put a fence up on my property. And I won. It took 6.5 years. But I won. She might still own the house and she might not. I don't know. But I know her. I doubt she would even talk to FSV, number one. Number two, her age would be now in her 70s, I guess, and she was not in good health, even back when I won the case in 2007. She was not in good health at all. So I don't know if she's alive. But one thing I'm pretty sure of, nobody's going to go knocking on her door and she's not going to answer any questions to a stranger. There's a reason for that, and I'm not going to discuss her business, her personal lifestyle, or the lifestyle of her family. But suffice it to say, somebody, once before, she laid claim to talking about another person before I moved into the house. Somebody said something about somebody doing something about something and something else happening and something else happening. And she got involved because somebody in her family was talking about something or doing something that they shouldn't have been doing that something. And boy, shit hit the fan. This is going back into like 1990. I guess it was 1990, somewhere around 6 or 7, about 3 years before I bought the house. But she ain't going to be answering no door, talking to no stranger. And she already made that mistake once. So that's all bullshit. So FSV can carry on, FSV. In fact, if you want it, I'll put it in writing that you could use my videos. I could give a shit less what you say. But because I don't believe that you say what you say because of anger or maliciousness. I believe you try to portray it as that. And believe me, even though I don't believe it, rest assured that one day somebody might get offended by what you say. I don't know where or how or when. You're in America. I have no idea, but I wouldn't be walking around making all that hate shit. I mean, that's your thing. That's your gig. That's what makes you, that's what gives you your juice for the day. Plus you get drunk on camera. A lot of people don't respect that, but some of the shit you did was quite funny. I mean, some of it, not all of it. Some of it was disgusting. Some of it would probably piss some people off. In fact, I bet it did. I bet it did. In fact, I keep seeing reruns of your show. Did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see what happened over there? Did you see this? And yeah, I saw it. Doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. So what you did is you got me a lot of subscribers. Thank you very much. But I would tell you that aside from the bullshit that, fat Fazio, aside from all that bullshit, no one, by the way, no one has ever seen you with a woman. Ever. Ever. No one has ever seen you with a woman. No one has ever seen a house that you own. So you make fun of my $1 million house, saying I said I owned a $3 million house, 29 North Channel Drive, which I never said. And then you make fun of that. You make fun of me. You make fun. He never owned a Cobra when I did, and I'll bet you $10,000. Then you say he doesn't have $10,000. But believe me, take my word for it. I'll bet you $10,000 that I have $10,000, or I can get it, or it's available if upon request. It's just not actually not here, but all I have to do is make a phone call. So rest assured there, Fat Slob Blogs, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you when I tell you that one day I think somebody's going to take you serious, and you might be a tough guy, and you might have all kinds of training and this, that, or you might not. I don't know. I don't really care about that aspect of your little life, let's say. A little life that you've never proven to own anything or do anything, but that's up to you. But one day, you never know who you're going to piss off. And even let's say you were the boxing or kickboxing champion in your rifle division in the Army or whatever corps that you served in. Thank you for your service, by the way. Whatever you did in life, whatever it was, it doesn't necessarily mean that people will not be offended by what you say. And you offend a lot of people. I would be very, if I was a paranoid person, which I'm not, although paranoia will destroy you. If I was a paranoid person, which I'm not, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know if you are if you're not a paranoid person, usually, you know, you just do what you do, and you'll suffer the consequences if there ever are consequences. Paranoia is probably being paranoid is probably worse than being not paranoid, because paranoia will destroy you. You got to understand what paranoia is, ladies and gentlemen. Paranoia is the fear that something tragic is going to happen to you every day, or maybe while you're under the, let's say you're driving your car and you just woke up in the morning and you're having a pleasant day. Are you paranoid that you're going to have an accident? Are you paranoid that you're going to get pulled over? You're doing the speed limit? No, you're not paranoid. So you're doing the speed limit, you're following all the rules, you're doing okay. But then let's say at night, say you have a couple of drinks, then you might be paranoid. And you might have something to be paranoid about. So will that paranoia change whether or not you're going to get pulled over, even if you're following the rules? Could very well happen, because what happens is you get paranoid and you're looking around like this. You're looking in the mirror, and you got an unmarked car next to you, and the guy sees you looking around, he knows you're doing something, he pulls you over, and you get popped for drinking while driving. Paranoia is a really bad thing. Or let's say you piss off a lot of people, like you, fat slob. Maybe you look over your shoulder and maybe you don't. Wouldn't make a difference. But I'm just saying that you can't, if you're going to live your life the way you live your life, paranoia probably won't help the final outcome, if there ever is an outcome. You just don't know these things. You've made everybody believe that I'm a liar, except me and my friends. Do I get paranoid about people calling me a liar? No. My objective is to say to them, prove it. Wager me $10,000 that I'm a liar. And have you ever seen even one person go in 10 years now take the $10,000 Fazio challenge? The answer is no. Nobody on YouTube can prove I've lied about any major thing ever. And the minor things I've not lied about either. But I just don't have physical proof of everything. But I have physical proof that I bought a barge in 1988 because I have video of me running the barge in Michigan in 88. I have video for 11 years of me operating the barges and cranes. I have videos of my land cranes. I have videos of my backhoes, bobcats, dump trucks, excavators, drill rigs, trenching machines, tractor trailers for the machine. I have videos of all of that. My Cobra registration, my Ocean Racer registration, the ownership papers to my house. I'm a liar about all of that, and you guys can't. If I'm a liar, why won't you wager me $10,000 and I'll show you the proofs? I don't have to show you the proofs. It's not my responsibility to show you proof of anything. It's not my responsibility to show you that I have the money to wager you. It's just a phone call away. For the right thing, any amount of money is available. And to make one of you assholes on YouTube look like an asshole that you are and wager you $10,000, I'm pretty sure the money would be available readily fast. And let's go back to my friend Scott Del Fuego. Jack, eventually it may come down to the... That's right. That's right, Jack. Eventually, things are going to get expensive. There's no doubt about that. Jack says, eventually, it may come down to a blowjob for a can of beans. Not for me. Not for me. First of all, I've told you people a long time ago, I told you, you don't listen to Michael. I told you things were going to get worse in March. They're not getting better. And I told you things were not going to get better by the end of the year. I told you this. And I am telling you, they are going to get progressively worse for at least, this isn't they're going to get progressively worse for the next 6 to 8 months, maybe a year. You are not going to go through 2021 unscathed by this piece of shit in the White House and all of his cronies that he's surrounding himself with. I know I like Jack, and Jack is an expert when it comes to politics, knows more about it than me. But what is true is that Trump did not prosecute Hillary Clinton. Let me get to my file. Did not prosecute Hillary Clinton. Lying about the jabba-dabba-doo and what it does to the innards of your system. Trump said he was going to get you the truth on 9/11. In fact, the week the so-called truth of 9/11 truths came out, Trump announced the lockdown for the virus and shut any possibility of the 9/11 truth documentary coming out. He just shut it off. It was gone. It was like a byline on page 3. And everything was Trump, 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 Trump. Virus, 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 virus. COVID, 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 COVID. Everything is today. Everything was yesterday. Everything will be tomorrow. Until you get the jabba-dabba-doo. Everything will be. Every article, every newspaper, every political factoid is going to be about Trump and Biden and this and that. It's all bullshit. I told you things were going to get worse. They weren't going to get better. And now they're getting worse. Come December 31st, 19.1 million mortgages are going to be due for 4 months that Trump waived the payment for until December 31st. You people are screwed. I told you to go out and buy food. I told you to do that. I don't care what kind of food you buy. We don't have that problem here in the Philippines because I live on an ocean, by the way, and we have fish outside the back door. And you can live on fish. And this is a fishing village that I live in. So rest assured, I'm not going to go hungry. And I know how to swim, remember? Trump will not talk about the Great Reset. Here's another thing that Trump won't talk about. Let me get this little factoid up on the screen. Wow, I just made it. Let me get this factoid up on the screen. There's another factoid Trump didn't do. He did not get the truth out on 9/11. He did not, and he said he would do that if he became president. I remember him saying it. And I also want to tell you that all articles on Sidney Powell representing Enron, E-N-R-O-N, oil company, they've all been scrubbed or moved to page 4, 5, or 6 on Google, where 2 weeks ago, when Trump first announced that she was going to be helping him, every article about Sidney Powell and Enron was on the first page and the first 10 Google search results. Now it's all been set to page 4 or page 5 or page 6. I need water. Oh, I need water. Where did I put the water? I didn't even bring water. I am waterless. 2 hours and 21 minutes without water. That's a long time. We'll just do a power sip, which is four big swigs and 7 bubbles. Power swigging. I want to tell you about the price of alcohol in the Philippines. Since the lockdown, the price of alcohol has gone up 38%. I gave an extra one. So I don't drink alcohol, but my private trike driver, my personal trike driver, he has a birthday coming up. Many of my Patreon members have seen the feet of my personal trike driver because he doesn't want he doesn't want his face. I know this guy for a long time, 7 years, almost 7 years, 6.5 years for sure, and I don't have a single picture of him, not one, because when I first came here, well, I kind of know how some certain things work, and he knew I was a vlogger. They were checking me out, and we actually became friends right away because he had a motor in his boat that he didn't have tools to take apart, and I fixed his flashlight. I gave him a pair of shorts. I gave him a shirt. Gave him a pair of flip-flops that they were a little bit different than flip-flops, more than flip-flops, but I can't put that thing between my toes. It irritates my toes. I had bought them, but anyway, I gave him all of that. So we were kind of friendly, but I was making a video and he goes, "What's up with the video?" And he goes, "I know you make videos for YouTube, but don't put my face in the video." I said, "Okay." And I never did. In fact, when I make somebody a promise, I usually, to not put their videos on YouTube, I usually keep that promise. Now, there might be a video of his face in the video somewhere while I was at one of these major parties for Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, fiestas, stuff like that, funerals. And so while I was making the video, my personal trike driver said, I don't want my picture up. I don't want to be on YouTube. So I respected that. So I just wanted, basically what I'm telling you is everybody has a private trike driver in the Philippines, but not everybody is actual friends with their private trike driver. So getting back to the comments, and we probably have comments. Scott, what are you people going to do when I'm, there you go. That's a good question. So Scott says, what are you people going to do when I'm staying at Michael's hotel with a good cigar, a cold beer on a white sand beach, run away with a tucked tail? I'm sure. So yeah, before you came on, I asked that question. You have these douche, sperm targets that are trolling me day after day after day. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when I start building? Forget about it. Even I finish, even it takes me a couple of years, even I build it myself. Even if I did it, you think that this is something hard to do? If I was 40 years old and I had the money and the time, I would just build the stupid hotel by myself. And I'm talking plumbing, electric, concrete, rebar, bending, I just do the whole thing myself. I wouldn't even need an assistant when I was 40 years old. I wouldn't even need one. I would just do it. I went out and I built entire marinas, 20 docks, 20 fingers, and 180 feet of dock, and then 28 poles to hold the docks in place. I built it myself. Entire tractor trailer trucks of lumber would come. I'd offload the lumber, and I would just start humping 3x10s or 3x12s around, 16, 20, 24-foot, humping around by myself. I would build this whole hotel by myself. Only reason why I'm going to hire a contractor in the Philippines is because of time. But what are you going to do? Scott's question is valid. What are you going to do? Some of you would be welcome to come. Some of you might come and not mention who you are. That might be what somebody does. I don't know. I don't know your name. Of course, you'll have to put it on the registrar. But you can have fake YouTube names. Some of you are you're not going to do anything. You're not going to, congratulations. You're not going to do any of that shit. My plans are my plans. My permits are set. My plans are done. Everything's done for the hotel. I just have to decide to start building it. That's all. That's the only thing left is for me to decide to start building the hotel. There's no major obstacles. Plans are signed, permits are signed. I'm friends with all the people in the authoritative aspects of every aspect of building in Bohol. I know every building inspector, not by name, but I know them because of when I do videos on the different projects that I have videos of. I meet the inspectors. I say, hey, how you doing? They have a uniform on. I go over and introduce myself. I am not afraid to introduce myself to them. And actually, they enjoy the fact that talking to me because they know I was a contractor. So there was not going to be any problems for me to build a hotel. People that think that I don't have plans, you can think whatever the hell you want. Wager me $10,000. I'll show you the plans. Wager that money. Come here with $10,000 and put it on the table, and I'll bust out the plans, and I'll take your money. And there you go. What are you people going to do when I'm staying at Michael's hotel with a good cigar, a cold beer, and on a white sand beach? Run away with a tucked tail? I'm sure. Jack is saying hello to Scott. Scott's saying hello to Howdy Jack. Thompson, missed you, amigo. Oh, I was wondering, Scott, if you're still here, are you able to accept phone calls yet? Because I'll call you after the show, which I'm going to end in a few minutes. So if Scott, if you're there and you can hear me, please let me know if you're available to call. I wanted to say hello to you. I actually had something really, really interesting to tell you, Scott. Really, I mean, really interesting. And then I also wanted your opinion about that. The thing that's interesting. I came across something that I found interesting, and I think I made a decision on the thing, but I'd like to have some input from. Actually, I should have talked to Jack about this morning. I'll know more about the thing in about, well, within 4 hours after my live stream. I'm supposed to get clarification on something, but I'd also like your opinion before I confirm something. So if you're available, let me know. The great Dennis Adam. Dennis Adam is here. It's Scott. Dennis Adam runs a super channel that based on how to burn the different kinds of coal in coal stoves. So if you Google Dennis Adam, you're going to come to how to operate a coal stove in the most efficient manner. And pretty much when you Google that on YouTube, Dennis Adam is like the first 20 videos that you're going to see on coal stoves. So, and he knows I don't know about coal stoves. I know they burn coal. I've put coal in a stove. Probably the last time I was about 17. The last time I put coal in a stove. So I don't know, but Dennis knows. So Dennis knows coal, and if you want to know about coal, Dennis Adam channel. Dennis, put the link up for your channel, please, if you're still here. Scott, the room just warmed up 10 degrees. Dennis Adam, the Fiesta starter is here. The fire starter is here. LOL, says Dennis Adam. He's plus Dennis Adam. Not only does Dennis Adam know about coal stoves, but Dennis Adam builds his own needs out of steel, wood. His whole life fixes his own cars. He's a real man, Dennis Adam. He has tools. He probably has more tools than most people. Most people. I saw his basement before he cleaned it up. He had a lot of tools. I'm not jealous because I could bury his tools with my tools. We've already talked about that. But Dennis is a real man. I just happen to be a real man with more tools. We're both real men. Scott's a real man. A lot of us are real men. Jack's a real man. PA Truck is a real man. John Escape is a real. A lot of my friends, my immediate group of friends, although you people think whatever you want to think, you think what you want. Most of the people that say we're not friends don't have tools. There's two common denominators. The people that say that I'm full of shit and that I don't have any friends, Patreon or otherwise, two common denominators. One is, for the most part, they are toolless. They don't have a lot of tools, or they didn't bring their tools to the Philippines, or they don't have tools in real life because they're moving around the country and they can't put tools in a suitcase on an airplane. But the second common denominator is most of the people that call me a liar are, if they had tools, they would be building closets and they would sit in the closet all day and blog. So basically, they're people that are in the closet blogging. That's the two common denominators. Few of them, if any, have ever been with a girl in a relationship, either in the Philippines or in America. Very few. A few you'll see, how do I put this? A few of them had girlfriends. Like I had a girlfriend named Daisy May, right? She's not my girlfriend anymore, but I was with Daisy for 3.5 years. Before Daisy, there are multiple videos on my channel of other girls I dated. But you have these trolls, you have never seen them with a woman. Why? Why? Well, why is that? And then you have people saying, well, you don't have a girlfriend. I don't care about a girlfriend. It's not part of my plan right now. Right now, I focus on other stuff. But the biggest people that call me a liar basically have no girlfriends. So we have a guy in Angeles City that goes around talking shit about everybody. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but he doesn't have a girlfriend. We have Fat Slob who talks shit about everybody. I've never seen him with a woman. I don't care whether he has a woman or not. And of course, we have the lady boy lover in Manila. That guy had never been with a woman ever that I know of, and I've watched him for 8 years. Why is that? And they all like talking about Michael Fazio. So there are two things in common. Number one, those three people have never shown me their tools, that they have tools, they ever had tools, or they even know how to use tools, those three people, and they've never been with a woman. Enough said. And if they did have tools, they'd be building closets and sitting in their closets and blogging from their closets would make them in a closet. That's my opinion. That's the big common denominator. There you go. Oh, Dennis Adam just made a big move. He moved out. He went out to the garage and fired up his coal stove. Big move. Then we've all been waiting for the outside garage coal stove startup, Dennis Adam. Please post the link to your channel so people can see that. Love the look of coal fires. I actually watched, Scott, also. Dennis was doing a live stream. I didn't even hear what he was saying. I was watching the three windows on his stove. I would drift in and out. I was very tired when I was watching it. And it was right after Dennis. Oh, by the way, if you want to donate to Dennis Adam Coal Fire Channel, Stove Dennis Adam Channel, he got 2 donations this week. I won't tell you what they were, but he's now taking donations, so you're welcome to do that. So Scott says, love the look of the coal fires like staring into the core of the sun. It is. It is. It actually, it's very soothing. In fact, they have a channel that's just a picture of like the fireplace at Christmas time. It's on 24/7 until after New Year's. Okay. Scott Del Fuego, I just got solar power and Ohio tourism commercials. Yeah, because I put that video, solar power in Ohio. See, it lists. Now I didn't put anything about Ohio in links or titles. The internet hears every word you're saying. So I was talking about solar panels, and I was talking about my solar washing machine and dryer, which I sent the video to Scott. It's brand new. Well, they're new to me. And I have a new solar-powered washing machine and a solar-powered dryer. And when I said those words in Yahoo, the ads changed. They went to my new bed. I was talking about my bedding. It went to new beds for sale for like $800 and solar panels. Now, before Scott came on, I was talking to PA Trucker about the mall in Ohio. So it actually listens to my voice. It's actually listening to my voice, and it hears the word Ohio, mall, tomato sauce, solar panels. It hears all of that. The internet is now a functioning entity, whether or not it has self-awareness, I would not doubt that. I would not doubt that something extraordinary controls the internet. Why? Who is to say? And it might even be hiding it from us. So Scott's saying, I got solar panel and Ohio tourism commercials. And I was talking about the Ohio State Capitol, buying Oakley sunglasses in the Ohio Mall, buying tomato sauce in the Ohio Mall, buying sweet spaghetti in the Ohio Mall, saying to go to the Ohio Mall to PA Trucker, and I was talking about the solar panels, solar heating, the solar operated washer and dryer. Did you like my new washer and dryer, Scott? I actually am very close to the carnivore diet right now. When I lived in America, I had a lot more money to make the diet more diversified. Plus, the meat here is not the same quality that we get in America, but I did that, and you will lose weight. But you'll believe it or not, man, you'll die for a spoon of sugar or a bite of a piece of bread. You'll die for it. I'm talking 4 or 5 days on the carnivore diet, and you are, oh my God, your body is craving starch. But I would give it a go. King Bob of Houston Town, I'm doing well. Thank you for stopping by. And the Truth Lady, Barack Obama deleted comment. You know who you are. Scott's drinking anise water also. I told people about the anise that I put in my water. Doesn't matter. Take a bottle of water like this. It's got all this black dust from the anise on the bottom. Put anise in this bottle. Drink out of it and put it out in the sun for 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Open the bottle and continue drinking. No bacteria. Why? I don't know. It's a spice. And I've had bottles in equipment that I've left the bottles in equipment for 6 or 7 months. Just forgot they're there. And I go, to do something, and I find the bottle and I drink it, and it's fine. I was even surprised myself. I could say the longest a bottle ever sat in a piece of equipment might have been going on 2 years. It's 2 years. Thank you, Dennis. I always say to squeeze up girls, wager me your life's savings, which is probably about $50. Wager that to me. Come to the Philippines, and we'll wager. Well, I tell you what, asshole. Listen to what I'm about to say to you. I'm going to show. I'll put it in writing. Okay. I'm going to make you look like an asshole right now. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I do. MICHAELFAZIOSREALJOB. You piece of human fecal tissue. So I'm going to tell you what to do. Squeeze up girls. First of all, you're a piece of shit for having a name like that. It sounds like you're into rubber dolls. That's what it sounds like. Google, anybody on there, anybody ever watching this live stream, you pieces of shit that say I never built anything, never owned anything. Google this. Wait, let me put that in Google. Google this. How do I spell ass wipes? A S. No, hold on a second. ASSWAPES. Google this. Ass wipes. All right. We'll go to the end. Put a space there. put a space there, bracket that, cap that, bracket that, and Google this, asswipes. This little piece of shit. You little piece of human fecal tissue is what you are. I never built anything. How does that make your life better to say that? How does it make your life better? Especially when you Google what I just put on the screen, Michael Fazio's real job. Go ahead, Google it. And what you're going to do is you're going to come to about 100 videos of me building shit. Okay, Scott, I heard that, and we're just a few minutes away from ending this. The truth, lady. Obama thought he could run the country on his swagger. What a piece of garbage his presidency was. But Trump is going to make Obama look like a child when it comes to, if this Operation Warp Speed doesn't work the way they say it's going to work, and the Great Reset kicks in with Operation Warp Speed, that means that even though some fool said that they're not going to do this, they're going to do it. By the year 2050, they want to have 500 million people alive on the flat earth. 500 million. We have 7.7 billion people now. They're going to do it. But if it doesn't work out the way he says, and everybody's getting sick from the jabba-dabba-doo, a lot of people, some are dying from it. But they're saying, don't worry about it. You'll be sick for 3 or 4 days, but don't worry about it. The next one will be a lot easier. It's not 1, it's not 2, it's a program. Truth lady, happens all the time, Mike. It uses keyword voice recognition. I know that. But I've been trying to tell people that the internet listens to you the same way my Dragon naturally speaking program, I can speak. I can't get it in this computer. There's not enough space, but I can speak 1,000 words after I train my Dragon properly. And you have to train your Dragon, and you do a set of voice paragraphs. You read some paragraphs in your intonations and your dialect, and it listens to your voice. And after about not such a long time, a few months now, it used to be a year, but after a few months, it hears and responds to every word you say. So you could talk 1,000 words, and it might make a few minor errors. But if you think that Dragon naturally speaking, which was developed, what was the guy's name? I met the guy who developed Skype. Dragon was developed around the same time Skype was. Skype is a government organization that listens to every word you say on Skype. So if you, anyway, I met one of the developers of Skype back in 1999. It was 99 or 2000. And he bought a bunch of parts from me, boat parts. Anyway, I used to strip motors in the backyard for my boss. If I didn't want to do them at his shop, I would strip them down in my backyard. Anyway, if Dragon listens to every word, the government sure does too. It's probably true. So, and then somebody will take that sound bite and look. When the next time that I meet a woman, they'll try to intimidate me with that. Fucking people, you are such fucking losers. It's unbelievable. You go around talking shit about everybody on YouTube, everybody in real life. Everything you've ever done is this, that, or the other thing. And then, and then you try to use every soundbite against people like myself. whoever else that you use these sound bites, you take bits and pieces. That's just wrong. Especially that guy Pass the Pot TV. That's what he does. He's been taking sound bites of people. This shit's just wrong. Scott says Michael has tried on more women than most men have tried on shoes. And that's exactly what's wrong with the Passport TV channel. He's abusing people. He's taking sound bites of people out of context. He's just it might even be criminal. The guy is, in my opinion, the guy's a freaking criminal. I'm not kidding you either. This guy is off the chain crazy. Passport TV off the crane. The jabba-dabba-doo is 4 and 5 in gematria. I don't know. I know what gematria is, some sort of Jewish Kabbalistic reference to numbers and letters, but I've never, ever looked into it. I know what it is, approximately what it is. If someone explained to me what it was, I would say, yeah, that's it, or no, that's not it. Maybe one day we'll have that talk, Truth Lady, because in a minute, that's right. Women want men that other women want. That's true. So I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to say thank you, salamat, to Scott Del Fuego for being my friend. I want to also tell Scott that Warren won't be available today. He's right now. Well, I chatted with Warren this morning at about 5:30. 5:30 Warren, 5:20 Warren's time. He left me a message that his first appointment was to the oncologist, and that he didn't know how long he would be gone, or if he did know how long, he didn't say. But I don't think he's back yet. For my friends and Warren's friends and Scott, he had a call yesterday, and he had to go see the oncologist. So, and it was abruptly at like 4 o'clock last night. So apparently it's something important. I don't know what it is, but that's the update on Warren. And so thanks, Scott. Thank you, John Escape. Thank you, Louis Pagan Potts. Thank you, the trial man, the Truth Lady. I'll try to get a call into you early tomorrow, Truth Lady. Or I'll even try to call you at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I get up, like to post that video I posted on Patreon today. You should see that video. It's a beautiful video of my new washer and dryer, all solar powered. You're going to enjoy that. Dennis Adam, thank you. Thank you for the squeeze up, girls, for giving me the opportunity to open up a conversation saying that you're a piece of shit as a troll. And now you Google Michael Fazio's real jobs and then cry your heart out, you little bastard or bitch, whatever you are. Cry your heart out. See what I have done in real life. Michael Fazio's real jobs go global and throughout the entire world. Google it anywhere in the world. Google it in China. Well, you can't do it in China, but Google it in Russia. Google it in any country in the world. Comes up with the same stuff. I build beaches. I build dolphin pools. I reconfigure dolphin pools. I build bulkheads. I build docks. I build decks. I do custom decks. Go ahead, you piece of shit. Google it. I'm telling you, Google it. Fat Slob Blog, you Google it too, and then say it's all fake. Fake backhoe, fake trackhoe, fake bobcat, fake drill rig, fake crane, fake barge, fake trip to Michigan, fake trip down the Intercoastal, fake trip at Cape Hatteras, fake trip on the barge to Florida, fake trip on the barge to Cat Island. Say it's all fake. You people are a bunch of stupid bastards, I got to tell you. Let's see, who else? LaRue Seagrass, thank you, dear friend, Scott Del Fuego. We are Christian because we believed Jesus Christ as our Lord and personal Savior of all our iniquities, says LaRue Seagrass, my friend. So if you're not subscribed to LaRue Seagrass' channel, 3 things you should know. 1, she speaks English, Visaya, and Cebuano. 2, she is more energetic than I am, absolutely. And 3, well, 4 things really. She knows the Bible inside and out. So if you're a Bible scholar or want to think about or learn about what it's like to talk about religion in the Philippines or what people in the Philippines talk about, LaRue Seagrass is an expert. And the 4th thing is that LaRue Seagrass also now has Super Chat. So we should congratulate her. She can now accept Super Chat. Thank you very much. And she's been my friend for a few years. Her and Princess Anne, who is Sweet Skate Vlogs. And they're both lovely Filipinas that have channels. You can go check them out. So we'll say thank you to her. Danny Wright. Oh, I missed that one, huh? Let's see what Danny Wright has to say. Let's see what view message. It's all gone. It's gone. Danny Wright says, we can prove you're a liar. Danny Wright, you're a piece of human fecal tissue with arms and legs. You cannot prove I'm a liar. Prove it. I tell you what, Danny Wright, here's what I want you to do. I read the comment. I'm not going to post it, but here's what I want you to do. Going to require a little effort on your behalf, probably more than you're capable of. But you, Danny Wright, first, you send me your telephone number and your Skype address, number 1. Probably you don't have either. Well, I mean, you won't do either. Second, here's what you do. Google Michael Fazio's real job and then eat shit and bark at the moon. But if you want to go further and prove that I'm a liar, make a video. Put your face in it. Say, I am Danny Wright. Show me your driver's license, but I don't want to see the number. I just want to see your name, Danny Wright, of the driver's license. Maybe your passport, but I don't want to see the personal information. Just show me your picture, Danny Wright. It's got to say Danny Wright, right? Yeah, Danny Wright. Danny bullshit, right? And you do that, and then Google Michael Fazio's real job, Michael Fazio's real jobs, and then go eat shit and bark at the moon. But you make a video proving what I said that I'm lying about. You make that video with your face showing me the proof that your driver's license or your passport picture is on that government ID. You post that video on YouTube, and I will plaster that son of a bitch in video all over every one of my videos for the last month. I will plaster it. Danny Wright made a video proving Michael Fazio wrong. Danny Wright proves Fazio to be a liar. Find a pair of balls, Danny Wright, and prove me to be a liar. Prove it. Don't be afraid to prove it. I want you to prove it. I need you to prove it. I'm telling you, you can't prove it. I'm telling you, you're a bullshit artist. You're a piece of shit troll that for some reason you need to see your name up on my page. But we're running out of time. We have 1.5 minutes left. 3 hours. So quit. So Danny Wright, do the right thing. Danny Wright bullshit. Do the right thing, Danny Wright bullshit. Prove me wrong. Put your face in the video. Show us your driver's license picture in the video. Hide the numbers. Passport picture in the video. Hide the numbers. Or just shut the fuck up. Or Google Michael Fazio with an S. Michael Fazio's real job. And eat shit and bark at the moon, Danny Wright. That's right, baby. That's right. That's right. That's right. Did I hear that's right, Michael Fazio? That's right, Mr. Obama. And remember what is really right. is that if you had a son, if Mr. Obama had a son, he'd have been playing cards with the pedophile priests in hell. He wouldn't be. He wouldn't be looking like a Trayvon Martin. He wouldn't be, and he would have been dead. That's right. That's right, Danny Wright. Bullshit. There's a lot of other people I want to thank, but we're going to end it there. John Escape, Pennsylvania trucker, of course. Thank you. So we'll just say it again. Oh, let's just do this. Watch this, a rainbow. That's right. Look at this. Look at this, John Escape. It's a rainbow, flashing colors on my screen. I see blue, I see green, I see green, I see red too. John Escape, PA trucker, John Escape, PA trucker. It's a rainbow, flashing colors on the screen. I love it true. Danny Wright, you're a piece of trash with arms and legs, Danny Wright. A trash vlogger. You're trashing me, I'm trashing you. That's right. Remember those three things, ladies and gentlemen. Trump is going to make Mr. Obama look like an amateur when it comes to the destruction of America's population and the housing bubble that Obama caused and participated in, of 5.1 million homes being taken back by the mortgage companies and loan companies. On Obama's watch, Trump is now going to be responsible in 27 days. 4 months mortgages are due for the people that took the opportunity to waive their mortgage for 3 months. 4 months are going to be due on January 1st in full. Or the mortgage companies can start foreclosure proceedings on January 1st or 2nd. Trump is going to take away 19.1 million houses on estimate, 34 million houses before June. That's the estimated goal. Right now, Trump's decision to shut down America has caused 40% of all small mom and pop businesses to close down in the United States, period, 40%. By June, which is when he says the economy is going to start picking up, it's estimated that 81% of all middle-class businesses that are owned by middle-class citizens will be gone. The Great Reset is a plan to take away all personal possessions, houses, cars, boats, motorcycles, land, equipment companies, everything. And their motto is, listen to this, Klaus Schwab is the originator of the Great Reset. He wrote the book. You will have nothing. You will own nothing. The people of this world will own nothing, and you will be happy. Don't believe me? Look it up. You will own nothing, and you will be happy, because you stupid bastards are about ready to get shat upon by Trump, which would make Mr. Obama's shat taste like pancakes with strawberry jam on them. The truth lady. Oh, God. Thank you. The truth lady, PA trucker. It's a rainbow. All right, so let me get down here. I'm gonna put it in the thing. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. This is not a joke anymore. The first thing I do is I'm going to hang this up, and I will be opening up Skype to call you. All right, so here's the motto. You will own nothing. Here's the motto for the Great Reset. I wanted to leave. I had this in my notes, but I didn't get to it. So I had to retype it out because I shut that file down. It was making the computer run a little slow. Okay, you will own nothing. And now if I go to this page here, if I open up a new tab and I say, you will own nothing and you will be happy. Model, right? There you go. Watch what happens. You're going to see a picture of a young man saying that he will own nothing and he's happy. YouTube video. That's it. World Economic Forum presents Great Reset. You think I'm kidding you? I'm not kidding you. The dystopian Great Reset. You will own nothing and be happy. This is the poster child. You will own nothing and you will be happy. The Great Reset motto. This, and let's open up that image. Let's just open it up. Here it is. You will own nothing and you will be happy. There are hundreds of pictures. For some reason, they figure this guy is the poster boy. And this is the piece of shit named Charles Schwab that wrote the book about the Great Reset. You will own nothing and you will be happy. You think I'm kidding you? This is the plan. You stupid bastards out there like whatever that piece of shit was. Danny Right. Danny Wrong. Danny piece of shit with arms and legs. You guys are funny bunch of people. You are funny stupid is what you are. You say that you're going to prove me to be a liar, and yet it's not happened in 10 years. What do you want to prove me to be a liar? Now, what I will say is there are some things that I let you people believe that I won't substantiate facts to. I let you believe what you want in some instances. But I don't need to substantiate facts to you pieces of shit. You need to pay me if you want facts from me. You want proof from me? You want proof I owned a house? Wager me $10,000. You want proof I owned a Cobra Mustang brand new out of the factory with 6 miles on it? Wager me $10,000. You want proof that I owned an Ocean Racer? You want proof I owned a $1.2 million house? You want proof? Wager me $10,000. That's what you want, proof. You want proof I owned a barge and crane company and land cranes and tugboats and all that shit? Wager me $10,000 or shut the fuck up. Ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, remember those 3 things. Always remember those 3 things. If Mr. Obama had a son, his son would be looking like a Trayvon Martin. That's right. His son would be now playing cards with a pedophile priest. That's right. And his son would have been dead. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm being permy, which means take care always. In the Philippines, baby. Michael Fazio, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.